Yeah, we'll just do a check 1, check 2 for the mic on here, guys. We're gonna do a check 1, check 2 for everyone who's tuning in. Welcome everyone who's tuning in for this match. We'll get started here shortly.
At this time, we would like to introduce the starting lineup for BVB IA Waterloo. Goalkeeper number 1, Haley Cardass. Number 2, Ella Chase. Number 3, Maddie Wright. Number 5, Kathleen Dua. Number 6, Kira Grimes. Number 10, Alexa Kilomantic. Number 14, Jaden McBain. Number 18, Vanessa Siakam. Number 19, Emma Thompson. Number 26, Alexandria Tong. And number 32, Katie Hoey. And now we introduce the starting lineup for your Woodbridge Strikers. Goalkeeper number 25, Annika Todd. Number 3, Christina Corrado. Number 4, Ida McKelly. Number 5, Colleen Beasley. Number 6, Jessica Lisi. Number 7, Christina White. Number 9, Kennedy Herman. Number 10, Alicia Blair. Number 14, Olivia Bizzoni. Number 18, Kira Bertrand. And captain number 22, April Sai. At this time, we ask you to please rise if you are able, and please remove your hat for the playing of the Canadian National Anthem.
And good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Vaughan Grove Turf Field here in Woodbridge, Ontario, for this League One Women's Premier Division action between BVB International Academy in Waterloo versus the hometown Woodbridge Strikers on this little bit of a chilly Thursday evening. I'll be your play-by-play commentator, Martin Ohms here. I'd like to thank everyone who's tuned in here for the live stream here for this great match, which will be taking out place here on the field. Let's go ahead here and introduce the starting lineups first with the visiting BVB International Academy Waterloo squad. They started off their season on a hot streak, winning their first 3 matches, but have been struggling to figure out a way to get those 3 points since that early season start. They'll be led in goal with the return of Haley Cardis. Her lineup in front of her today will be Ella Chase, Maddie Wright, Cassidy Guha, Kira Grine, Alexis Simmermench, Jaden McBain, Vanessa Siakam, Emma Thompson, Alexandria Chung, and Katie Halley will round out this team, coached by John O'Brien. Now we're going against a Woodbridge Striker squad who's looking to try to keep pace with the top teams on the League One Ontario table, such as NDC and Vaughan. They'll be led in goal by Annika Toth today. Her and Fiore have been swapping the starts, so we'll be seeing Toth today. And in front of her will be Christina Corrado, Ida Michelli, Colleen Beasley, Jessica Lisi, Christina White, Kennedy Herman, Alicia Blair, Olivia Bizzoni, Kira Bertrand, and of course the captain April Syme will be leading out the squad here, coached by David Porco. The referees for tonight's match will be Kim Lee. Assistant referees will be Nava Rajabi and Shasti Maharaj. And the fourth official will be Chris Cameron. If this is your first time tuning in for League One Ontario, it is the province's Pro-Am standards-based soccer league and is sanctioned by the FIFA through the Domestic Authority of Canada Soccer and Ontario Soccer. Founded in 2014, League One enters its 8th season of play in 2022 with 20 teams in the Women's Premier Division and 22 teams in the Men's Premier Division. League One serves as the stepping stone between high-performance youth soccer and the fully professional levels of the game. Its primary focus is to showcase and development of Canada's future stars, and to that end, more than 150 players, male and female, have graduated from League One to professional levels of the game in Canada and across the globe. As we are underway here on the field, it'll be Waterloo in the yellow and black, going from your left to right on your screens at home for this first half, and in the all blue will be the Strikers, going from your right to your left, as we see some early pressure coming in from the Woodbridge Strikers attack, trying to force a turnover in the Waterloo end, and they will be able to get control of the ball as they look to play this one out wide, as Blair will be able to pick this one. She'll first time cross that one in. That's going to hit off a defender out in front. That was Guha, and it'll go out for an early corner kick for the Strikers. Key player missing out here for the Strikers tonight. Kat Rogers is suspended for today's match, so we'll be seeing a couple other players step it up on here in the match. Ariana Mertidis, who normally won the starters as well for the Strikers, take on the bench today. Normally a typical starter for the Strikers as we get set up for this opening corner kick. This one's going to go towards the near post, cleared it away first time by Waterloo, and nobody's there to get the second pass, as it's going to go all the way back to the attack here for Siakam, and Siakam's going to play this one down the line to be able to give chase for her strike-up type. That'll be Ella Chase, and the Strikers' defense at Bertrand will be able to pass this one back to Toth as they look to reset in their own half. This Waterloo team is a very strong first half team. They've scored 16 of their 23 goals in the first half of this season, so that's going to be their key to victory here today. Pick up a very strong first half, get some goals in the back of the net, and try and see if they can hold on where they've been pretty weak in the second half, so maybe try to see if they can hold on to a strong mentality going against a very strong second half team in Woodbridge. So it's going to be those two tail of the tapes there. Will this Waterloo team be able to hang on to this very upstart attack team for the Strikers, as we see a shot get blocked on the edge of the penalty area as it gets cleared away, as the Strikers will resume with possession. There's Herman battling for it, getting some help there from Bizzoni as it gets cleared away to Syme. She's going to play it down towards Michelli. Charlie's going to cut towards the middle. Nice move to get by a couple defenders, and she's going to go for it from distance. That's going to roll easily towards Cardis and a goal. The Cape Breton Caper in goal today. She's made 9 starts so far this season. Waterloo has gone with a tandem of 4 keepers, have seen those gloves for the Waterloo squad this season. And her and Petrosino, who is on the bench today, have been swapping the starts as of late, as it's going to hit off the foot of Bertrand. Last and out for throw in here for Waterloo. Jung's going to throw this one quick, and she'll play a low 1-2 as she's going to try and cut towards the middle. Jung plays it nicely in towards Thompson. Thompson switches over to Grind as they'll play it over to the far side of the field, as Grind will get that return pass. Couple main players missing as well for the Waterloo squads. Both Kramers are missing on the lineup. Kramer leading the team in goals with 6. So we're going to have to look to other players like Simon Mencic to try and see if she can find the back of the net for Waterloo and Chase up top. Good battle on the far side, and Woodbridge will be able to come out with it. But Bizzoni's going to try to come in with speed, as Syme was calling for that pass on the left side, but getting towards it first will be Simmer Mancic, and she'll head it back towards her keeper as they'll look to reset in their own half. Jung's pass can't find her player, and Syme has tons of time here to look for some passes in towards the midfield. We'll take a look more in depth in those Women's Premier table and talk about the influences of this match here, as just after there's only 2 games left on the season. So coming down to the wire and who's going to be finishing in what place. And especially not to consider, we'll be talking about that provincial championship that'll be going on in Laval coming up at the end of the season as well. Throwing down the line. Didn't look like she got the enough muster she wanted on that throw. And now Michelli's going to be able to carry this one on the left side. Nice cross in front. It gets a touch in. That one's just going to go wide of the goal. But great run from Michelli, breaking it free on that left side. Able to find Lacey there over on the far side. Lacey, 11 goals so far here in this season. Almost was able to get one more, but just turned her body a little bit too much and couldn't find that far post. Like what I'm seeing right here in these early minutes from the strikers, putting up that high pressure onto that Waterloo defense. They recognize, okay, this is one of those games you got to get that goal early, set the tone in, and the strikers want to see if they don't want to let that Waterloo team get any comfortable here on the field and see if they can force some turnovers. Passing the ball around here for the strikers, as that's going to get switched to the left side, as trying to reach for that one is Michelli, but that one just go by her outstretched foot and a goal for a thrown for Waterloo. A good heads up play there from that right side, recognizing, okay, they got a lot of space as the Waterloo's team is quite condensed on their quarter side of the field. Try to switch it over, and Michelli had a ton of space if she was able to reach onto that pass. Beasley nicely headed forward towards Bettoni. She's going to try and first time this one up towards Lacey. This one's going to be a bit of a 50-50. The ball's still loose as they try to put it into the open goal, but it gets cleared right off the goal line. Good close effort there as Jessica Lacey was able to get to that ball first before Cardis. A nice last-second ditch defending over there on the far side. I think that was McBain who was able to clear that one off of the line, but just inches away from the strikers, but they're still going to continue the pressure here as they try to get across and towards Beasley. Second effort here, if Beasley does get to it, but she fires it over the goal. Couple great chances there for the strikers, and again, like I said, that's going to be their key here. They're trying to set that tempo in early. They know longer this game goes, more difficult it's going to be to get through this Waterloo team. Syme able to block that long ball as they'll play towards the middle of the field. Blair. Michelli plays this one down the line. He's able to get this one towards Herman. Herman tries to cross and hits it right off the foot of Chung, and it goes out for another corner kick. Second one here early for the strikers. Michelli comes in. She'll get this one on the short, as she'll play this one right back towards Herman. Herman's going to go with the left foot on the, gets a little bit of block there, and I think it goes out for a throw-in right by that corner flag. This Woodbridge team has got off a nice consecutive win streak in towards the middle of the season, but I've drawn 3 of the last 4 games in some very tight 1-all games, especially between Vaughan and Electric City here lately, and they're going to try and see if they can get a couple wins under the belt as we get towards that end stage of the season, especially on with such a packed table in where every single point does matter, as you get a free kick just over half field. As NDC is currently leading the table with 40 points. Vaughan just 1 point behind with 39, and then FC London sitting with 38 with Woodbridge and Simcoe County right behind their tails with 35. So 3 points here in these final few games are definitely key for each of these teams on the top of the table. Comes Blair and headed away by Chung, and this one's going to bounce right back towards Blair. She's going to try and chip this one forward. A little bit of a push onto the back, and the referee will call that one And this is a great opportunity here for the strikers to put this one onto goal from that distance. Let's see, no call yet for the distance. So strikers could try to take this one in quickly if they so choose. And it will be Blair. She's going to go for it just wide of the goal, though. It looks like she got that one around the wall. Hoped that one would curl back in, but Cardis didn't look in any danger there as she watched that one go by. Cardis can't get to that ball first as the strikers continue with their effort here on the attacking front as they get another free kick coming in forward for the strikers as going down to the turf was Beasley. Cardis trying to set up a wall here, 2 players. You got 1 player there. Keep an eye on the overlap run as well. As here comes the cross in. That's going to be dangerous, but that's going to poke out through the other side. But good hustle to keep this one in play as the ball will find its way back towards Syme. Syme looking for a player to make a run, and good cut in there from Bizzoni, but it will go all the way towards Cardis in goal. Nice high boot there and brought down with a nice initial touch there from Siakam as she tries to put her way through. But Bertrand does well holding her ground as Syme will pass this one back towards her keeper Toth and look to reset. Corrado under some pressure there. She's gotten a slide after that one, and then White will be able to hit this one up the field. Christina White was on the team of the week last week for League One Ontario, the lone Woodbridge representative. As this one's going to be a tough back pass there for Cardis, but she will be able to hit this one up by Herman. Was putting in some good forecheck. As the referee's going to be waving advantage here after a little bit of a push on the back in midfield. As that ball's going to continue to bounce around midfield, and Syme will be able to pick that one up, and she'll hit this one back towards midfield. A lot of pushing and shoving going on in the air so far. It's already the 3rd foul from both teams for a little push on the back going for the ball in the air. Little miss hit there from Cardis, goes right towards Syme, and she had some space in front of her. Instead, she'll choose to settle it down. She gets this one off towards Herman, who returns it back towards Syme. Blair gets the one over towards Bissoni. She returns it to Blair. And I'll switch it over to the far side of the field for Corrado. Corrado with a little bit of space, and Bizzoni coming all the way over towards that right side is able to help in the attack, and she'll do well to keep this one in over on the far touchline. Good communication there from the Strikers player, letting Blair know a player was incoming as Siakam was hurtling back to help with her defense. As you have Herman now, she tries to take an effort, and that will take a deflection and go right towards Carson goal, but the pressure still continuing here for the Strikers. And if you're Waterloo right now, you just got to think, okay, what do we need to do? And in these types of situations, you just got to try to slow the game down, get some passes going, get the ball under your feet, and see if you get the possession. But the problem is, with the Strikers putting that high press pressure, they're not being given that time to slow it down. And it's just a matter of strategy here. But seeing that high press, you know there's a little bit more space in that midfield, and Waterloo's got to try to see if they can utilize that space. Thompson brings this one back towards their defense. It looks like it was a late challenge back there. The referee didn't see much of an advantage there, so it'll be brought back for a free kick. Comes the kick from right up towards the midfield. Try to chip this one over her head. Doesn't succeed, as a little bit of a push on the back there onto Syme, who falls down. Will reward her team with a free kick. As you mentioned, Jessica Lisi leading the score sheets for the Strikers with 11 goals. Kenny Herman just behind there with 7. And then we'll have Morton and Beasley following the tail with 3 each. But again, Lisi and Herman have been those 2 go-to scores for the team here. But it looks like Beasley's playing a little bit more of an attacking role here today for the Strikers. Definitely no slouch herself. So as that 3-headed attack for the Strikers can be very tough for Cardis and the Waterloo team to handle. As Syme sees some space in the midfield, and she'll look to take it. Finds it over to Bizzoni. She gets it over towards the left side. Herman will be able to reach onto this one, and she'll play it first time. She claims for a hand there. The referee says no, hits off the body, and it goes out for another corner kick. Players are lined up more towards that far post right now here for the Strikers, as we just hit over 15 minutes here in the opening half of this League One Ontario Women's Premier action, as it's no score between Waterloo and Woodbridge. But here comes that corner kick towards that far post. Will be headed down. That ball is still loose, and they will be able to pick it up, are the Strikers, but it'll be offside going against Beasley right in front of the goal, and it'll go for a free kick right in front of the goal. That pass goes in behind Thompson, but she got some help from her midfield to be able to continue here with Chung. Chung tried to return that pass towards Thompson, but intercepted by Michelli. She hits this one up towards Beasley, who hits it high in the air, trying to get towards Lisi. Can't get it towards her, and joining in on the attack will be Colorado. Colorado, she'll get that crossway. There's Beasley on the header, and it goes right to the hands of Cardis. Good save from the keeper, but great ball from the fullback coming all the way up the field and able to find Beasley, who redirected that one well. Wright will pick up this ball for Waterloo, but she hits it right off of Simon. Right now, it's just that battle of that central midfield. Just seems like those Strikers players are everywhere right now, and Waterloo can't find those players to get the passes going, as Guha gets pushed over, and she'll win her team a free kick, which will have to be retaken so it can get to the correct spot. Quite a few fouls here early in this first half, as we'll get yet another one here going in favor of Waterloo. Comes a boot up from Guha, finds Simmer Mancic, but her touch finds its way all the way towards Syme, who gets it towards her defense. Michelli calling for this one, but she's not going to win that one, and it's going to go towards Chung and Waterloo instead. Again, BVB's had a good start to the season. You know what? These are the type, they've had some good highlight players. As there goes Syme hurtling in to get a header, and she actually wins her team a free kick, I believe, after that collision. Might be a bit of a tough foul to give up there. It looked like that was a pretty fair challenge from both players, but play will resume here with a free kick. But again, as for inaugural season for BVB, there's something that you could just highlight. Okay, figure out, we got a couple players, figure out your system and build up, as Herman does a great move in. Now she's going to hurdle in with some speed as she tries to force her way through Guha. She does well to hold her line, does the Waterloo defender, as they're going to try to go quickly up the other way with the Siakam battling against Bertrand. And Waterloo will win the throw-in, much to the confusion of Bertrand. Good movement here for the throw-in. And Chung will play a little 1-2 with right. Grind all the way back towards Guha. And she's going to carry it up in space. And this is what I like to see more from the Waterloo players. Just finding that space here, make some quick, short passes. And right away, they're able to make their way up the field. They try to play that little victory ball there up towards their strikers. Not able to do so, but good hustle there from Guha. Able to continue the attack here for Waterloo. As this ball goes towards the right side for Chung. Chung's trying to drive her way towards the goal, but good hustle coming in from Michelli. Able to poke that ball away. But that ball is still active on the edge of the penalty area as Siakam's going to find that ball on her feet as she's trying to dance away. Great movement from Siakam as she'll pass this one up towards Chase. Can Chase pull the trigger? She is for the first time. Second effort. That one continues in is Chase. This time it'll finally find its way to the waiting hands of Toth. But good pressure coming in first initially from Siakam, and then Chase trying to with couple efforts there in front of the goal, and it was finally able to get one through. Corrado over towards Blair. Just switch it over to the near side of the field towards Michelli. Michelli, lots of space in front of her once again, and this time she's going to get towards Herman. Herman's going to bring this one over to the left. Good cross in front, just too far ahead for Lisi. Second effort here, though, for Syme, as she'll leave this one in for Corrado, who will first time cross this one right back in. But Cardis does well coming out of her goal and is able to make the grab. And she'll try to launch a quick counterattack the other way with a very fast drop kick up towards Chase. Beasley's going to get called for offside, as she came from an offside position to try to get to that ball. Today's League One Ontario action is brought to you by Gatorade. Rehydrate, replenish, refuel. Derby Star, the official ball of the Canadian Premier League and the preferred match ball for League One Ontario. And Macron, that work hard, play harder. As Siakam's got two blue jerseys all over her as she's trying to see if she could get that ball free in front of goal. And she is able to find one of her players there in Chase as they'll return it back to Chungo. First time it over towards the edge of the penalty area, but gets cleared away there by Syme. And the second effort there not cleared away as it goes right back towards Chung. And finally, the strikers will be able to settle it down with Blair as she gets it towards Herman on this near side of the field. Syme switching this ball over to the far side of the field as they will return it back towards this near side for Michelli. Once again, lots of space there for these fullbacks to run onto for the strikers, and they're doing well utilizing that space here early. High looping ball there from Cardis goes over the head of everybody, and they'll watch that ball roll out of play for a throw-in. It's not the only League One Ontario action going on here tonight. Pro Stars is in play. They'll be traveling towards North Mississauga, and the only other Women's Premier Division action going on here tonight. Make sure to visit league1ontario.com for all your updates, or follow them on the Twitter to get your play-by-play updates on there as well. Lacey. Nicely done to chip by her way through one player, but a second defender will come in and try to win this ball back for Waterloo, but they're not successful as this one just gets over the head of Beasley. Second effort's just going to be cleared away there by the Waterloo defense, and they're doing a good job there. Once it's getting towards that penalty area, they're holding enough ground to be able to find that ball and get it away as we get another free kick here for Waterloo. Again, a busy first half here for referee Kim Lee when it comes to the fouls, but nothing egregious enough yet to warrant a yellow card here so far, but might be something to keep an eye on for in towards the second half if we see some players start to pick up multiple fouls. Herman's going to try to first time that pass up, But Guha will be able to intercept it before Beasley can get onto that one. And she'll pass this one back towards right as they'll restart it all the way back to their keeper. Right with the long ball at the field, gets it towards Chase, who's trying to control that one, and Chase does well to win that one back, and she's going to launch an attack the other way. It's got a couple of jerseys towards her right she can play it towards, but Chase is going to try and take it herself as she gets through one player and able to find a second as she'll touch this one back towards Chung, who puts a high looping ball over the goal, and out for a goal kick by liking that counter-attack opportunity there. First, that hustle coming in from Ella Chase to create that opportunity. And then once you see that opportunity off the goal, you got to be taking it, knowing again how strong this Strikers team is. Only 12 goals against all season long. Toth only giving up 3 goals herself all season. Knowing, okay, when you get those opportunities onto goal, you got to be taking them, and they're trying so there. This Waterloo squad is coming off a draw in their last 3 games. They tied Pickering 1-1 before defeats against Alliance and North Mississauga. As both these two teams again have 2 games remaining on the regular season schedule. Strikers will be at home. They'll be playing against North Mississauga and North Toronto. Some pivotal games for the Strikers. As we see a through ball going on the left side. Nice sliding challenge coming in from White. And Toth will come out of her goal. Slide onto that loose ball before any other players can jump onto that. Then Waterloo will be traveling to Electric City on the Saturday before playing a final home match against the Oakville Blue Devils. As the Blue Devils, especially on the women's side, probably not too pleased with the season they've had. Consistent team on the top of the table, finishing in the lower half of the table this season. Just combination of injuries, missing players there, I think was a factor there for the Blue Devils this season. Nice run in coming here for the Strikers. As they're going to hurdle this one with a low ever. Nice job there from Curtis, jumping towards her left. Making a good save and allowing no rebound as well from a shot from that distance. Grind looking to play that one wide. That pass though goes in behind her winger. And the Strikers will get a throw in as we are reaching the 27th minute mark here. No score here between BVB International Academy Waterloo and the Woodbridge Strikers here on this League One Ontario Women's Premier Game of the Week action here. And thanks for everyone who's tuned in here on the YouTube for this match. As here comes Herman. This could be dangerous. That one looked like it took a bit of a deflection there on the shot, as Curtis will be able to jump on this one. And once again, she's saying, okay, I got those 2 players up top. Try and see if she can launch a counterattack with those drop kicks. But it looks like the Strikers were ready for that one. Nice speed coming in from Michelli. She's just hurdling herself through the players. She'll play this one in towards a penalty mark there, but no blue jersey in sight though, as there'll be a foul going against Bizzoni there, just on the edge of the penalty area for Waterloo. But Adam Michelli, left back there, we've been saying her and Corrado have been given so much space on those wing back positions, and they've done a great job just taking it in, getting up to full speed, and then hurling themselves into some great positions to set up some good goal scoring opportunities for their Strikers. Zimmermencic all the way back towards Curtis. Beasley's putting some pressure on the Woodbridge keeper. And check that, the Waterloo keeper, as she'll hit this one up the field, and they'll hit off a Woodbridge midfielder now for a throw-in. Again, this year will be the first interprovincial championship, which we'll be seeing at the conclusion of the season in Laval, Quebec, as the League One Ontario champion will play against the PLSQ's runner-up, and League One BC's champion will be going against the PLSQ champion, and the other semifinal of that will be live on One Soccer. Make sure to catch that one towards the end of the season. Who will be that League One Ontario Women's Champion? As you see an attack outcoming here for Waterloo, as they try to make a run on that left side. Hustling in there is Thompson. And I think the Woodbridge player did well, hit it off of Thompson last for a goal kick. Very short bench as well for the Strikers tonight. Just 4 players on the bench today, so they're going to have to rely upon these players to play that full 90 here, as Beasley's going to run onto this one with Wright following her. Nice cross in there from Beasley, but McBain is there, and she'll clear that one first time away and allow her teammates to get back into position. Herman, lots of time and space. Fake the shot, and she passes one off to Beasley. Beasley tried to center it, but that gets hit up high in the air, as Herman will be able to hit this one forward again for the Strikers. Lacey trying to spin herself away from danger, but there is McBain once again, and she'll clear towards the wing. But as it gets crossed right back in towards Herman, who will fan onto that one. Just caught it, I think, just on the outside of the foot, as Cardis will be able to pick that one up. And once again, quick drop kick. It's an interesting one there, but this time Siakam will be able to get onto this one as she controls it, but just has that one roll against her feet. But if you're trying to launch that counterattack, you got to probably just switch up the pacing a little bit as the keeper, because now it looks like the Woodbridge Strikers are just expecting, okay, well, as soon as she gets the ball, quick drop kick in, trying to launch her counterattack, so they're getting back quickly. So sometimes you just got to switch up the tempo as the keeper, try to slow it down sometimes before hitting that ball up the field, and maybe get your players back into position for drop kicking it or just passing it out towards your defenders. Herman almost faking herself out there. Falls down onto the turf with that battle going against Simmermensch as the Strikers attacker. Herman will win her team a free kick. Charlie hits this one first time up towards Beasley, bounces off her foot, and will go all the way back towards Cardis. Once again, though, this is a Waterloo team with 16 of their goals being scored here in this first half. I've seen a couple glances so far this first half, but this is one of those games where, you know what, longer you stay in it, longer you keep this one 0-0, better chances for you to pick up some points. So again, been quite impressed so far here this first half for Waterloo. They had quite a huge assault going at them in the first few minutes, but they held their ground, and they're starting to slowly trying to find their footing here in this match. Another throw in on the far side for the Strikers. First time cross this one up towards Macy. She leaves it towards Beasley, and this one will deflect off of her. Now for a goal kick. As we continue to think further, League One Ontario season sponsors: Vibrant Performance, Canada's most trusted automotive high-performance brand; Sports Engine, bring your team together with Sports Engine HQ; the Canadian Premier League, where Canadian soccer takes flight; and Ontario Soccer, encouraging us all to play, inspire, and unite. Wright's going to put this one all the way back towards her defense, as Guwa will return this one to Cardis. And it's such a great influence to know that you have a goalkeeper who's very comfortable with the ball on the feet. You can play that one back if you're under pressure. So it looks like Waterloo not afraid to utilize Cardis, and who's done well whenever that ball has been returned towards her. As this is a good ball being brought through over on the right side. There's a shot. Brilliant save coming in from Cardis. Takes that first step out and gets up high with her left hand to steer that one aside for a corner kick. But right away, just knowing, okay, as a Waterloo defense, you can't get a little too comfortable there. One quick touch there and allowed Lacey to get onto a good run in. But Cardis did well to shut down that one. Keep this game at 0-0. Comes a corner kick, jumping in there, and this one will rolling towards Cardis. But Bizzoni doing well there, I believe, was able to get to that one first. As that drop kick goes by Siakam, and this is what I'm saying is the danger there when you try to play that one quick without having your players back in position. With the strikers having majority of the players back, they're able to get to that ball first. Now they have a lot of time and space to bring that ball over half. As this one's going to get chipped forward towards Beasley. Beasley one-on-one with the keeper, and another big save, but it was going to be offside regardless against the strikers attacker. But a brilliant save once again from Haley Cardis in goal for Waterloo, even though it did not matter. Waterloo will be playing this one in short, and Grind will look to play it towards that far side towards McBain. McBain can't find her player in chase as Blair is just going to boot that one first time up the field, and that one's going to roll its way out for thrown. A little bit of a suspect throw in there, but play will still continue here for the strikers as that ball goes towards that far side. Herman, she's going to leave this one before Colorado as she's going to play this one down the line for Bizzoni to chase. Bizzoni will get the cross forward. That ball is still loose. Taking a little bit of tumble there was Beasley originally, and finally gets poked away there by Simmer Mancic, and Waterloo's going to try to go quickly the other way here with Chung. Chung trying to turn on the speed to see if she can burst by Bertrand. Great ball from her as she gets this one over towards Chase. Chase over on the right side. She's going to go for goal, but that's going to go right towards the waiting hands of Toth, who was able to make the comfortable save. Great quick effort there, starting in from Chung on the right side. Did a great ball in to get it on to Chase, and she got it on towards her favorite right foot and got a good effort onto goal. White with the boot up the field, and Guha will be able to get to that one first. As trying to control this one is Thompson, and Thompson gets knocked off the ball by Bizzoni, and Bizzoni arguing with the referee there. And looks like the little bit of arguments there will get herself the first player to enter the referee's book here in tonight's match, as Olivia Bizzoni will pick up a yellow card for that one. As we wait for the Waterloo player to tie the shoelace here, and we'll get ready to return here.
Woodbridge strikers, number 14, Olivia Bizzoni, in the 38th minute.
As Maddie Wright's going to look to put this one back into play, and she'll switch it over to the far side of the field. McBain first time up towards the midfield. Good battle there, won by Waterloo, and they're going to continue here with Hallier there on the far side. Nicely done, though, from Herman, as screaming for that ball is Lacey there on the left side of it, and they're going to give towards the right for Herman. And she's going to try to push her way through as she burrows her way through one player, as she tries to continue her run over on that far side, as that ball is going to continue to be shielded out for a goal kick. A little confusion there. It looked like the referee, a little bit of hesitation from the referee on that point. The This pass is going to go all the way towards Chase, and she's going to try to pass that one back towards Chung, but blocked there by Lacey. Lacey and Herman have switched sides, so Lacey is now over here on this near side of the field, as Herman's now over towards that right side, as they try to see if they can see if that switch can put the Waterloo defense on a little bit of toes there, as Syme can't get his pass through the first time, but will succeed on the second effort towards Herman. Beasley over there on the far side passes back towards Herman. She'll return this one back towards Colorado as it goes back towards the middle of the field now for Syme, who will probably switch it over to the near side as she does. Michelli, good movement from the strikers. Michelli fakes it on her right foot. She's going to try and drive on the left. Great ball in from Michelli. Finds Beasley. Can she find the way to shoot? No, she doesn't. Couldn't find that ball under her feet. Did Colleen Beasley, and Waterloo will survive there once again in front of goal. And they're going to try to go quickly the other way, but that ball won't go all the way towards Chase, as Bertrand will look to settle it with White, as the strikers will look to reset on this 0-0 game here between BVB International Academy Waterloo and the Woodbridge Strikers on this League One Ontario Women's Premier Division action, as we're just going over the 40th minute mark. Sign up for the new Canada Red fan membership program to get the inside track on national team tickets, merchandise, and more. As Canada Soccer's Canada Red fan membership. Make sure to check that one out. As this ball will get brought in here for Right. Right, good ball from her. Sets one up towards Simmer-Mancic. As that's Grind trying to battle for it, and that's going to be picked up by Simmer-Mancic once again, as Yakum's calling for that ball up top. McBain over to Hallie over on the far left side. Fortunate there that no strikers player was able to pick up onto that one. Good hustle there coming in from the midfield for Waterloo, as Grind trying to force her way through a couple players. She gets taken down, but the play will still continue here for Simon. Strikers are going to try to go quickly the other way, but Wright was expecting that pass, and she jumped up from the center back position to try to win it off of Lacey. Lacey does well to hold on to that one, as she'll look to switch it over to the far side of the field. Good footwork from Grind, able to split between a couple midfielders, so she'll look to settle this ball down for Waterloo. And again, we've been asking for it, try to get Waterloo to settle the play down more, and they've done so when they had the ball. Just got to try and see if that these short passes they can start to complete a little bit more of those. Again, good first half here for Waterloo, going against a very top-heavy and a very attack-heavy Woodbridge Strikers team. McBain looking to carry this one up in space. Siakam, this could be dangerous here, as Waterloo has some little bit of space here, but that ball in not well hit there from Simmer-Mancic, and she can't find Chase there, and this ball will go all the way towards Toth and goal, who will give herself a few seconds before picking up that ball. Chase does well to battle this one, and Chung's going to join in on the attack, and she's going to go on a foot race here with Michelli, and Michelli will be able to win that one first, as she does well to try to get this ball out of the corner, as a couple players are battling for that one, and this one's going to go in favor of Waterloo, it looks like, for that sliding challenge coming in from Bertrand, so it'll be a free kick just on that touch line. And this is a huge opportunity for Waterloo just before this halftime break. And they're going to try to take this one in quickly, not ask for space, and that does not work out for them, as that ball hits off of the player on the wall, and it will go straight towards Toth and goal. Right, chips this one forward towards Chase. For Grind now. Grind trying to play a through ball in towards Hallie. Can't find her the first opportunity, but McBain's looking to continue it here as second opportunity finds Hallie this time. Siakam. These are these short passes that we want to see from Waterloo. Siakam will play this one in towards a dangerous area as a couple yellow jerseys were running onto that one, but Toth will be able to get to that one first, and she'll boot this one up the field and misjudged that drop kick, and that's going to allow Beasley now to try to move her way forward, but good job there from Guha, being the last woman back holding that line to shut down that attack coming from the strikers, and now they're going to try to go quickly the other way. Grind. Siakam plays a little 1-2. Can't get on the return passes. Bertrand's going to hit this one up the field first time. As we wait for an indication here from the fourth official, and it looks like there's going to be nothing here on the clock. There wasn't many breaks here as we go towards the halftime break in this League One Ontario Women's Premier action here in Vaughan Grove. As there will be no score between BVB International Academy Waterloo and Woodbridge Strikers. We're going towards the halftime break, folks. Don't go anywhere. Second half action coming up next. And welcome back to the Vaughan Grove Turf Field here in Woodbridge, Ontario for the second half action, as we'll be seeing a substitution coming in here. For the Woodbridge Strikers, exiting the game will be the striker. That'll be Colleen Beasley, and entering the game, Ariana Mortidis. So an attacking player comes out and a defender comes out here for the strikers. So likely probably a change in formation here as we get ready to start this second half in this League One Ontario Women's Premier Division action. It looks like Jessica Lisi has now gone into the central striker role, and Michelli has now moved up. She did some great runs in that first half, so she's moved in towards that right winger position, and Mortidis will drop back into that defensive role she normally plays here for the strikers, as we are underway here between BVB International Academy in Waterloo and the Woodbridge Strikers. No score between these two teams, and what was pretty even. You see strikers having majority of the chances and possession, but one that Waterloo has been given opportunities. They have gotten a couple good shots onto the goal of Toth as the teams have switched sides. So now in the yellow and black will be Waterloo going from your right to your left on your screens at home, and the blue will be with the strikers going from your left to right, as we see a turnover here for Blair. Blair's going to pass this one. It's going to be offside though, going against Herman, and they'll shut down that quick attack there. As again, we'd like to thank everybody who's tuned in here for League One Ontario's Women's Game of the Week between Waterloo and Woodbridge. This is Martin Ohms here giving you the play-by-play commentary as we see almost a dangerous turnover in front of Cardis in goal, and Lacey almost jumped all over that one. McBain. A little bit of a shove there and goes down the turf, as we see as well another substitution out here for Waterloo. Natalia Menchart has entered the game here on this left side. She is replacing Katie Halley, I believe, here on this left side. Because Menchart is as well into the game here for Waterloo. Syme has a lot of space in front of her to carry this ball up, as it gets poked away from her though. Menchart trying to force her way in through. Michelli though does well, hold her ground, and she's going to try and carry this up. A lot of pace coming out from her, and she's showcasing that once again, and she'll get this one inside. Pizzoni to Simon. She's going to go for that one, but it's an easy catch there for Haley Cardis. Made a couple very impressive saves there in that first half for her Waterloo team. Keep this game at 0-0. Siakam does well to push off her player and gets this back towards Severmencic. And both teams missing a couple pivotal players, so the strikers are missing Kat Rogers here for their match today. She's suspended, and of course the Kramers are missing for the Waterloo squad. Comes Grind. Grind doing well, trying to chip her way forward towards the middle of the field. But Corrado will be able to get that ball away from her, and she'll pass this one up towards Michelli, try to chip it forward towards Herman. McBain is there to block it down. Thompson, she gets bodied off the ball as she tries to win this one back, but Pizzoni does well. She tried to play it through ball up the middle. Can't find Lisi. Woodbridge Strikers have scored 20 of their 33 goals here in this second half of games. They have given up more goals against as well, but majority of their goals have come in the second half. So it's definitely this time here in this 0-0 game. Try to see if that stat will continue here tonight. A little bit of a cooler evening here as well. As here comes Herman hustling in with speed over there on the left side. She's going to try and take the defender on one-on-one. Does Herman. Nice ball in front of it. Cardis will be able to come out of her goal and fall on top of that one, as Lisi was in there lurking. And just three more options on the bench for the Strikers, as they have brought on Mercedes, Morton, Appleton, and Simpson all sitting on the bench right now for the Strikers. Again, you say those names, all veteran present players for the Strikers team, so very good options to have coming off. So Manch's trying to head that one on, but she gets that one right back to her foot. She'll hit this one on towards Chase. Returns it back towards Thompson. Thompson loses that ball under her feet, and here comes Simon now the other way. Finds Herman. Herman tries to cross that one, and that one gets blocked on the first opportunity. She finds Bizzoni, who's going to try for it from distance, and that's not going to trouble Gardis, and she'll be able to make it, but looks like a little bit of a change here for the strikers here. Just recognizing, okay, we see some space. Let's see if we can challenge this goalkeeper a little bit more here in the second half. Get some shots onto goal. Michelli, been very impressed with her play here so far in that first half. We'll see if that continues here in the second. Has a little bit of a push there from Bizzoni. And the referee putting her hands up saying, what do you expect there? And Bizzoni, again, she's got to be careful. She's the only player here on this pitch with a yellow card in. Picked that one up later in the later stages of the first half. Gonna have to keep and make sure she doesn't get to any trouble here in the second half. See Ekum now with it. Martinez down the line for Herman. It looks like that might have taken a piece off the defender there. Yes, it did. And it'll be a throw in here for the strikers around midfield. The strikers are back in action this Sunday. They'll be at home against North Mississauga, and then they'll be playing the following Sunday against North Toronto to finish out their season, while Waterloo will be on the road on Saturday going to Electric City before being home on the 24th against Oakville as they'll look to finish out their inaugural campaign. Nice run there from Corrado. That one goes right into the middle. Blair looked towards her left, expecting to see a body there. Notices that nobody's home, so she's got to try to hustle to get to it. And this is going to launch an attack the other way now for Waterloo. Menchart trying to drive her way through Menchart, and she does win herself the throw-in. Does the strikers winger, and doing well there for the throw-in. For more information for all your League One Ontario needs, visit league1ontario.com. You can also find League One Ontario on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. Make sure to stay tuned on all those various locations for all your League One Ontario news. Throw goes down the line, and Guha will be able to get to this one first, and she hits this one up towards Simmermenchich. She's got some space in front of her. She recognizes that. Now she's going to try and take it as she tried to play a through ball in towards Chase, but there is Bertrand able to get to that one first, and she hits this one towards Martinez, who hits it off to the Waterloo player and out for a throw-in. But again, got to keep an eye there for the Waterloo players, just recognizing, okay, seeing some space in the midfield, got to be a little bit quicker on the reactive there, realizing, okay, maybe some communication, let her know she's got time and space to play it up. As you see, a great ball forward, and Michelli is running onto this one in pace. We'll see if she can drive this one into goal, but she'll pass it off towards Lacey. Lacey will find the ball. Can she poke that one free? No, as Wright is there in time, and she'll be able to get enough of that one for Curtis to be able to come out of her goal, get to it as the play is stopped there, as Lacey is a little bit slow to get to the back onto her feet there, but it looks like she's gonna hustle this one off, as likely a clash of bodies there as she tried to poke that ball free towards goal. Play will resume here with the drop ball, and we are back underway here. A little miscommunication between the strikers, attackers, and Waterloo will continue with the ball now as McBain hits this one in towards Thompson. McBain picks this one up, and Siakam will touch it over towards Menchart, who will try to play it up first time towards Chase. Chase putting some good pressure, able to take this one off of Corrado. And here comes Chase. This could be dangerous here as Chase continues her run. But this time it'll be Simon will be hustling back into position. She does well to block that one. And the strikers will try to go quickly the other way. Nice through ball up for Herman. Herman trying to go shoulder to shoulder with her Waterloo player. Bounces off of her, and she will be able to get a cross in, but no one is there in blue. And they'll go straight towards Carson goal, who will try to play this one off quickly to get towards her midfield is up top, and it'll find its way in towards Siakam, who'll try to play it first time through. Thompson try to poke it forward, a little miscommunication between her and Simermancic, and that's going to allow the strikers to slow this one back down. Nice touch there from Lacey. That's going to send in Michelli down the run. She is past the defender, is Michelli. She's trying to drive towards the play on the left side. Is Michelli, and what a save from Cardis. Not only making that save, but allowing no rebound, as well as the referee is having a look here on the injured player behind. I think that was Guha, was holding onto her face there. The referee was due to the head injury, blew it dead, but what a brilliant save from Carter, shutting down Bizzoni from close range. So Waterloo goalkeeper is standing on her toes right now. Keep this one at 0-0 as the strikers put in some good pressure here early in the second half, and they did so again in that first half. They brought in a lot of pressure, but as the half continued on, Waterloo started to settle it, and the strikers are trying to attack here quickly again here in the second half, but still can't find a breakthrough. Here's Bizzoni. She's going to try to go for goal again, but Cardis once again will make the save, and she'll roll towards her midfield as their Waterloo team looks to carry this ball up. So Romantic, good run from her. Gonna try to chip this forward. This could be dangerous here. Here comes Chase. Chase tries to go for the goal, but she doesn't get much onto that one as she hits that one wide. But again, good attack coming up there from Chase, and I've liked it when she's gotten her chances. Done well to get one or two touches and get some space and get an opportunity onto goal. As you see, a substitution incoming here for the strikers. It's going to be a change onto the attacking front. And Michaela Morton will be entering the game, and she'll be replacing Kennedy Herman. Morton coming into the game. She's 3 goals so far this League One Ontario season. Going to try and see if she can add to her tally, taking off Kennedy Herman here in their second substitution for the strikers, as they try to find whoever is going to be that player to get that one into the back of the net. And here comes Morton here with her first action in this game. Michelli gets this one over towards Morton. Pizzoni back towards it. Blair is going to switch it over towards it. Bertrand over on the far side. That one looks like I've taken deflection, but good job there from Wright, able to keep this one in, and she'll play this one back towards the far side for Chung to hit this one up the line, but intercepted right away there from Bertrand as the strikers continue to move this ball forward. Now we'll take a deflection goal for a throw-in, and we remind you this is not the only League One Ontario Women's Premier Division action going on tonight. Pro Stars are visiting North Mississauga Panthers, and it's currently 2-1 for the Panthers in this one. Copeland and Windibank picking up the 2 goals there for North Mississauga, and Zingano got this action started early in the 7th minute for Pro Stars, as it is 2-1 there. Make sure to keep up to date with all your updates on the League One Ontario Women's Twitter, as they'll give you the play-by-play updates there, as we see a shot going just wide of that near post for the strikers. Again, with Woodbridge just 5 points back from the top of the table. Every point does matter here with just 2 games remaining after this one here. They got to be looking to try to do everything they can to get those 3 points. And again, full credit towards this Waterloo squad. Been very impressed with their gameplay here today. This is a game where you find lots of positives and stuff to build upon. But this is a 3-on-2 break here for the Strikers as they try to place one up towards Morton sends this one off, and there's a shot and just bounces right before it gets towards Lacey. Unlucky bounce there in front, and she'll hit that one over the goal as we're just getting over the hour mark here. Half an hour to go here in Vaughan Grove. No score here though between the Strikers and Waterloo, but the action still continues in forward as Michelli is going to continue with this one. This one's going to be a shot from distance from Martinez, but Cardis is able to block that one down. Manchart hustling, try to keep that one in play, can't do so. There's Michelli, gets that one poked away from her by Manchart. Sends it to Siakam. Looks like there's a late foul going in. The referee tried to play a little advantage there, but the ball will go back here for a free kick around midfield for Waterloo. McBain gonna play this one in short as Guha, who's gonna carry this one up. Been very confident in the center back, recognizing the space in front of her, doing well to find her space here, then play it out wide when she's under pressure. The Strikers once again coming out forward with another attack. Morton first time up towards Lacey. McBain can get to this one as Lacey will go for it. And Curtis once again with a brilliant save. And a second opportunity off the crossbar. Cardis making the huge save once again. Second effort hits off the bar. The Strikers just constantly getting so close, but can't find a way through this Waterloo backline. What a great reactionary save there, though, from Cardis. Quickly jumping towards her right to make that block. As the action still continues here for the Strikers. Could get another chance here, but that one will go straight towards Cardis. Definitely, if you're picking a player of the game, you're looking at that Waterloo keeper for the outstanding saves she's made so far here in this match. Good hustle coming down the line from Chung. Try to keep that one in, but it gets taken away from her by the defense. And that ball will roll out here for Strikers thrown. Again, just two players left on the bench here for the Strikers, Simpson and Appleton. As looking towards Waterloo's bench, you got Lessard, Sinkeldam, Petrosino, the goalkeeper, Georgich, Hunt, Downey will round out the bench here for Coach O'Brien and Waterloo. Syme able to nicely bring that ball down to avoid the jumping midfielder as he gets it back towards Martinez, who has this one down the line. Player though can't keep that one in play here, and Waterloo will get the throw in. Comes Guha with it down the line. Try to send this one up towards Chase, but looks like it's going to be a foul as Chase does collide with the Woodbridge defender. The assistant referee there on the far side of the field got the best look under that one, calls that one up for a free kick. Settled here by Blair. Sign playing this one out wide as they try to first time that one up towards Martin. And too far ahead for Morton to be able to reach onto it. And Curtis will do some nice little fancy footwork and chip this one up towards her hands to drop kick this one back into play. Lacey trying to find Morton. Can't find it as the Waterloo defense. They're back. They're setting up there in the back line, not letting any opportunity go through. It's a bus full of yellow jerseys back there. Lacey, Pizzoni tries to shot that one. Will take a deflection and it'll find its way all the way towards Menchart here on this near side, and she'll look to carry this one up. Thompson and McBain play a little 1-2 to try to see if they could get away from the danger, but the strikers just not letting them get out of their own half. Menchart getting called for the hold there on Michelli. It'll be a free kick here for the strikers. Comes Blair getting ready to take. Good boot up there from Blair. There's the header. Second chance just gets cleared aside for a corner kick. Great job there from Simon getting the first ball there. The second ball was free, but last second player, I think that was McBain, who just got to that one at the last possible second to clear that one aside for the corner. This corner kick going deep towards that far post. Simon does get the header, still loose out in front. But once again, the Waterloo defense prevails as they're going to boot this one up the field. And Chase and Martinez go battle head to head towards each other. And the strikers defender will win this one back towards their defense. Looks like Waterloo is getting ready to make a substitution themselves here in the next possible moment. We'll keep an eye on that one here as the play will circle its way around back towards the Waterloo keeper. Great ball here, going here on the right side. They try to pass that one up towards Chase, but a good interception there from Bertrand. Siakam. Nice little hustle there and a sliding play there to try to keep that one in play, but it's not going to work out. And it will be a corner kick for Waterloo. So it'll be a question, will they take this corner right away or make their substitution first?
BVB, i.e. Waterloo substitution in the 69th minute. Entering the match, number 25, Mila Georgic.
Mila Georgic will come game. And Natalia Menchart will be exiting the match. So Manchard is out, and into the game is Georgic. As Waterloo gets ready for this corner kick. So it goes towards the near post. That ball is still loose, but finally gets found in by Blair, who's able to poke this one up towards the attack. And here comes Woodbridge now. They're going to try to go quickly the other way as Syme is able to pick this ball up. Syme hits this one back. It's going to be offside, though, going against Bizzoni. And this one will go all the way back here for a free kick here for this Waterloo team. Then looking their goal scores so far this season is Simmermanchich with 3, and then Siakam and Chase following her with 2 goals apiece for this Waterloo team. Push being called there against Bertrand onto the back of Chase, and that'll be another free kick here. As Waterloo is starting to get a little bit more offensive here, starting to get some chance going in forward. As don't forget here, the next game of the week match will be this Saturday at the Ron Joyce Stadium as Pickering travels towards Hamilton. That'll be at 5 o'clock. So make sure to stay tuned in for the next live stream match between Hamilton and Pickering. As here comes that ball crossing, headed away by the midfield for the Strikers, but continued in here by Grind. Grind trying to dance away from the pressure. And Waterloo will himself a throw, and they're going to take this one in quickly. So Romancic tries to cross that one in. She gets that ball right back, does. So Romancic, she'll play this one down the line. A little bit too far ahead, though, for Georgic to be able to get onto that one. And it's going to roll its way out for a goal kick. The second half is rolling, and no score, though, continues here between Waterloo and Woodbridge. As they're going to try to utilize that speed of Michelli once again. This time, though, McBain is there, and she'll hit this one back towards Cardis in goal. Georges can't find her footing onto the turf, and that's going to allow Bizzoni to pick this one up. Good footwork from Michelli. Back for Blair. Blair can hit it from distance. Instead, she tried to pass that one back inside, and Big Bane will hit this one right back up the field. The Strikers will resume play. Thompson will be able to pick this ball up and show it back towards the right, who hits this one first time up the field towards Chase. Leaves it for Siakam, who's going to try and shift this one forward, but he hits it behind her 2 attackers, trying to make that run up the field, and Simon will be able to control this one back infield for Colorado. Nice run here from Colorado, but the pass does not happen, though, as Grind did well to block that one, and now Siakam trying to go the other way. As she'll utilize Thompson, and that pass too far ahead for Georgic to be able to reach onto. Like we said, a little bit of a difference there. You're just noticing there on those quick, short passes. When they have that space there, you got to be making those connections if you want to be getting any opportunities towards the goal. Colorado takes this one up towards Bizzoni, switches it over. Ortiz cuts this one inside, poked away from her, but that ball's still loose here for Syme. She's got an option on this near side of the field, and she'll hit this one up towards Michelli, who's going to first time cross this one in front of the goal. But there is Guha there to be able to clear this one aside, and she'll get some help from her defender, hit this one back up the field as Thompson avoids that sliding challenge coming in from Syme. Good pressure coming in from Katie Halley, so it was a little bit of miscommunication. It was Chung who came off as the substitute here at the halftime break, so Halley switched sides, and then Menchard was here on this near side before Georgic replaced her. As here comes some speed coming in on the far side. Could this be the break here for the Strikers? Takes away from her originally by Guha, and the Strikers player is slow to get back up onto her feet, and there'll be a foul there from Morton as Guha tried to carry that one up. But it's only a little bit slow to get back onto her feet. Likely needs a few seconds. But has no indication yet from the training staff being needed to come out. It looks like Woodbridge will be making their third substitution as Diamond Simpson, I believe, is getting ready to enter the game. You hear from the coach O'Brien there on the far side. Target Ella. Try to get it towards Ella Chase up there. That's been their goal. They're trying to see if they can find that striker. And once she has gotten those opportunities with the ball in her feet, she has had made a couple magic happen. Had a couple shots onto goal. And here comes Thompson screaming for that ball. Is Georgic on this left side, and she will get the pass in. Does Georgic cuts back inside? Does Georgic as she's trying to run away from Colorado, and Colorado will get some help there from Blair's, but winning right back there is Grind. Tries to get a shot there. Check that was Chase there, and Chase does get it onto goal, but Toth is there to make the save. And once again, Chase recognizing, okay, she just needs one or two touches, get herself some space, and she's doing well to get when she gets this opportunity. Although hasn't really troubled Toth and goal, has most importantly got them onto the net. As here comes a substitution out here for the Strikers, and it will be Bizzoni, who's on the yellow card, should be coming out of the game.
Entering the match, number 8.
And here comes Diamond Simpson entering the game for the striking. And Bizzoni will be out, but here comes Syme with an opportunity. She's going to go for it from distance, and Cardis tracked that one. Looked like she had that one covered as it just went wide. About 12 minutes plus stoppage time left to go here. Don't imagine it'll be much here in this game. Although there's been a lot of fouls, haven't really seen many stoppages in play. Maybe a singular minute here in this League One Ontario Women's Premier Division action. As again, we'd like to thank the sponsors for this League One Ontario broadcast: Gatorade, Rehydrate, Replenish, Refuel, and Derby Star, official ball of the Canadian Premier League, and the preferred match ball for League One Ontario. As the Strikers try to attack this one forward on the left flank, cut this one back in, and there's a shot just wide of the goal. Good movement there between Morton and her player there on the far side of the field. Just couldn't get that final touch onto net, though, to get that one onto the scoring frontier. There was Mortitas there joining in with Morton onto the attack. As well, I'd like to thank Macron. Work hard, play harder, and vibrant performance. Canada's most trusted automotive high-performance brand. Thank you for your continued support of League One Ontario. As the Strikers will bring this one all the way back towards the white. We'll send it towards this near side for Simpson. Trying to turn there is Lacey, trying to hit this one up towards Michelli again. Michelli, one of the bright spots here for the Strikers in this match. I saw some very good runs, good opportunities, some good pace coming out from Ida. Hasn't worked out for her, though, to get onto the score sheet, but she's had some good influence onto this match. Comes the Strikers here once again, trying to charge their way into the goal. This ball is still continuing. Touch it back. There's the shot, just wide again. Nicely teed up for the Strikers player in front of the goal and just couldn't find the net. I believe that was Michelli there with a good opportunity. Just couldn't. She looked for that top corner. And again, it's just been a struggle here for the Strikers. 3 of their last 4 games have been draws. And they've dropped some very important points here towards this later stages of the season. Although just a singular defeat all season long against FC London, those draws are what's not going to let them get those top positions onto the League 1 Ontario table at the end of the season. But definitely this Strikers team, not a team you want to play against late in the season, though. Very tough to take down if you want to get yourselves towards that championship. Siakam spinning with that ball on her feet, gets chopped down. Comes Grind. Right was calling for it, and they're going to play towards right to switch it over to that far side of the field. And she'll play this one up. No yellow jersey there, though, to trouble Simon. She'll head that one in towards the midfield. Severmencic will turn that one back towards her defense as Waterloo tries to bring this ball forward. Could this be the through ball in? And no, it won't. Once again, as Cardis will beat that one before Morton can get onto that one in net, as the Waterloo keeper doing a great job holding it down. Biguha under some pressure here as the Waterloo defense. It was Grind inviting that pressure onto her, but she's able to get away from that. Severmencic now returns it back towards Guha. Foul getting called against Siakam. It took a little bit of an awkward fall, falling onto the turf. It looks like she's going to need a few seconds here before getting back in, as it looks like Waterloo is getting ready to make a double substitution here late in this match. Woodbridge trying to get that ball into play quickly, and the referee not allowing it.
Entering the match, number 31, Cassidy Hunt.
Cassidy Hunt will be coming into game. And I believe Emma Thompson was the second player who went off the field. So McBain and Thompson are out, and Hunt, and I didn't see who the second player is, but we'll get confirmation on that one, as it was just the singular player here early. So right now, Thompson off for Hunt as we wait for that second sub to come in here on the next opportunity. As here comes Severmencic. She's got some speed onto her as she's going to cut this one back inside to challenge Bertrand. She's got a couple yellow jerseys to help out with her right now. She passes it off towards Hallie. Hallie will play the cross in, but no one is there in tight. And Toth will be able to get to that one. She's going to boot this one up the field first time, as she's got 3 blue jerseys up there to try to attack this one, as Lacey can't get to that one before Grind does. And Grind does well to hustle to keep that one in play. Georgic. Severmencic, you can see it as this game's starting to reach this 90th minute. The field has really stretched out now between these two teams. There's a lot more space in that midfield. And it will be a free kick. Simpson can't believe it. Didn't feel like she touched Grind at all, and Waterloo wins himself a huge set piece opportunity late in this match. Looks like another Waterloo player has joined the table here, okay, as they look to make another substitution here shortly. So 2 players now at the table. All eyes here are on the set piece of Kira Grind. Left for the take, and that's interestingly into the back corner! And Waterloo gets the breakthrough as Toth couldn't find that ball in the air. And it goes just over the goalkeeper into the back corner. And Kira Grind has got the goal here in this match in the 85th minute. And BVB International Academy Waterloo have the lead over the Woodbridge Strikers. Who would have thought that here in this match? But you know what? That's what happens. As this game progressed, the longer it went on, Waterloo had taken full usage of their chances, and they have found the back of the net, and they're ready to make a couple substitutions here. It looks like Siakam is coming out, and Georgic, who just came on as a substitute here about 10 minutes ago, will be exiting the match.
Waterloo substitutions in the 85th minute. Entering the match, number 32, Natalia Manhart. Entering the match, number 25, Mila Georgic. Entering the match, number 36, Jocelyn Downey. Entering the match, number 18, Vanessa Siaka.
Cardis getting a little bit too comfortable with that one on the edge of the penalty area, but she did jump right back in. And it looks like she won her team a free kick here.
Waterloo goal in the 85th minute, scored by number 6, Kira Grind.
So it looks like Hallie has switched over back towards this near side of the field as we had a couple substitutions come into place. We'll let you know who these players who are entered in here in just a few moments as the Strikers try to chip their way in forward. This could be dangerous, but Cardis once again comes out of her goal, and the Waterloo fans starting to make some noise cheering on their Waterloo keeper, recognizing the effort she's put into this match. And again, this Waterloo team, 3 straight clean sheets and wins to start out the season. Haven't found a way to get the 3 points since that moment. Could be seeing that here tonight in Woodbridge, though, and probably one of the unlikeliest of their matches on the calendar. As those high, tall, looping ones, you never know when that ball is going to drop. And that one did drop just in time into that back corner as Cardis once again comes out of her goals to get to that ball first. But that's how off that set piece, Grind was able to get it after a foul. The Strikers will continue to be arguing about it. They didn't think that one deserved a call. But it was a goal here as they try to get forward onto that right side with one of the newly introduced players. I believe that's Hunt. And I think I see Tate Singeldam into the game. She's playing a little bit of a defensive midfield position as the Strikers will be making their last substitution here. Lindsay Appleton will be entering the game, and Ida Michelli will be exiting.
Lindsay Appleton entering the match, number 4, Ida Michelli.
Appleton coming onto the field, tons of speed right now, trying to receive. Okay, fresh legs, fresh spark. Will she be the player here in these last couple minutes to tie this one up for the Strikers, or will Waterloo be able to hang on? Good clean passing in the back line, and it goes now for Simpson, who's going to carry this ball up. Simpson trying to play it on that right side to get into the foot of Appleton. That gets blocked, and White's going to hustle over. Try to see if she can hit this one up the field. Gets flicks onto the foot of Morton. Tries to chip this one forward. That ball's still loose, and there's the tying goal! Ariana Martinez puts it in for the Strikers, and they are able to tie this one right back up. And a great play started with some nice tight passing on the back line. Simpson carried up, got blocked, but White played that long ball up. Morton with the great pass in. And Mortis with a nice, calm, and composed finish into the bottom corner. And Waterloo saw it. They were in so close there. But it wasn't to be here as we're nodded back to 1-1 here in this one. And that's a very familiar score for the Strikers, as their last two matches has been a 1-1 draw against Vaughan and Electric City. Mariana Mortides gets the goal. And a crazy last few minutes here in this one here at the Vaughan Grove. Can we see some magic here in the last few minutes though here? As we've reached the 90th minute, we hear 4 minutes of added time here. Not too sure where the 4 really came from, but fourth official Cameron recognizing, okay, the guy to add the time, and he's put up 4 minutes on the table. So again, lots of action still be played here. Still plenty of chances for both teams here in these final few minutes, as this long ball will go all the way out for a goal kick. Syme able to pick this ball up. Long shot from distance, right into the waiting hands of Cardis once again. Some good quick passes up tight here as they're trying to see if they can find a way, but again, has not been easy to just get through Cardis. In goal, that took a nice, calm and composed finish from Mortides. But hasn't been successful here, as there's a long ball up from Simpson over to that goal scorer over there on the far side of the field. Tries to find a way forward, gets poked away from her, but Strikers are trying to see, can they find that victory? Good job there from the goal scorer Grind. She's gained some help from the defensive right, able to hit it off of the attacking player, as they're going to look to try to slow this one down. If you're Waterloo, slow this one down as much as you can here in these final few minutes, and that's what they're doing right now. Cleared as far as Syme. Syme going to go with an effort, but it's an easy catch there for Cars once again, and she's going to throw this one out quickly. Hits off the back of her own player, though. And I understand in those moments there, you recognize, okay, I got a player open, but in these 10 moments, you realize you got a lot of pressure going against them. Last few minutes of the game, slow down the pace as much as you can. But Waterloo's saying, you know what, we don't care. We're going to try to go for 3 points here. We want to attack, but it could be a detriment as well. Long ball up. This could be dangerous. Here comes Lisi, and she finds it! And we're talking about there, Waterloo had to slow the play down. And that long ball up the field finds its way out for Jessica Lisi, and their star scorer puts it into the back of the goal in the 92nd minute. And the Woodbridge Strikers have saved themselves here in this match, getting 2 goals late in this one to steal it away from BVB International Academy Waterloo here with 2 quick goals, and Jessica Lisi picking up her 12th goal of the season with a nice finish into the bottom corner. And it's just one of those games you just gotta feel heartbroken if you're this Waterloo team. You can't really say you've played it off. You've played your hearts out here. You've played a great match here against one of the top teams in League One Ontario. And again, it's one of those times where it's experience will have to come out later on. You learn from it. You know what you have to do better here, future matches. Definitely a game where you want to keep your heads held up high. You recognize, okay, you put a great, respectable effort here on the field, but it just feels heartbreaking because you feel like you deserved more here in this game. As it's going to be a foul going against McBain. Strikers are going to probably utilize whatever time's left on the clock here, as this set piece might be one of the last plays here in this match. And Simpson's setting up for this one. And she'll be playing this one in short towards Blair. Blair gonna drive this one all the way likely towards the corner flag and kill off whatever time is left, but that ball just rolls off her foot, so Waterloo might get one more opportunity. Strikers players are screaming out corner, corner. Simpson got some time here. It's going to continue to pass the ball around as they try to kill off these final few seconds on the clock. As there goes the full-time whistle, and the Woodbridge Strikers have stolen one against Waterloo here in this League One Ontario Women's Premier Division action. As we go towards the final score, it is Woodbridge Strikers 2 and BVB International Academy Waterloo 1. It's been a thrilling match here in this on this Von Grove field, and I'd like to thank again everyone who's tuned in for this match, as well as our presenting sponsors: Gatorade, Derby Star, Macron, Vibrant Performances, Sports Engine, Canadian Premier League, Ontario Soccer, and Canada Soccer for your continued support. Make sure to tune in this Saturday for the Pickering versus Hamilton match, your next game of the week for the League One Ontario Women's action. But until next time, folks, this has been Martin Ohms here. It's 3 points for Woodbridge as they return themselves towards those top two teams on the top of the table. Can they continue it with 2 games to go? Let's wait and see. Until next time, folks, we'll see you guys later.
We sincerely thank you for your support today. Be sure to join us again this upcoming Sunday, July 17th at 3 p.m. as North Mississauga Panthers are in town to take on your Woodbridge Strikers in League One Ontario Women's Premier Division action. I hope you enjoyed the game today. Appreciate the support. I'm Nicholas Short. Until next time, ciao.
They did not deserve that.